365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe, and everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This could be past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you'd like a personal read, check out the description below, and I'll be glad to assist you with doing so. Okay. Remember that tarot is a tool, it is not the final rule. It's a good idea to have an account when you are on Lady Noble's channel and you really want to see what's up. So the family, friend, and foe, you know to come on over and subscribe to the channel so they can be privy to these spiritual notifications. There's space in this place for everyone to be notified. Okay? All are welcome on this channel and all contributions are highly appreciated. Okay? The first card that I have here is projections. So there's a need for you to be mindful, collective, of your energy versus someone else's energy. There's a need for you to know the difference. If you don't know the difference, it's time for you to work on different skills that will assist you in learning about energy, whether this is through prayer, grounding, meditation, journaling, reading, research, on different things that you can do and find what works for you. Okay. There's a need for you to work on your discernment, the knowing of yourself, and come to a higher understanding of what energy is yours and what energy isn't. With projection here, I'm picking up that you may have a distorted view, such as the energy of this card here. There's faces here. Looks like a shadow here, but it's kind of distorted. And so Spirit is saying that you could be possibly, be receiving a distorted view when it comes to different situations in your life. This could be you simply having to make a choice, having to make a decision regarding something very important to you, something involving your family, something at work with your career. But in order to increase your ability of discernment, of knowing what's yours and what isn't, the work must be done and it must be applied consistently throughout your life. You must be able to use your discernment and recognize what is yours and what isn't yours. You must be able to recognize, waking up and being in a wonderful mood, and then all of a sudden things changing for you and you don't know why. But there's no reason for you to be sad, but out of nowhere you may feel drained or depressed. Okay. That's just an example. And so it's important for you to embrace learning this quality of yourself and your energy so that you won't have a distorted view in life on your path moving forward. I'm picking up that you may have been experiencing a lot of situations and emotions. Maybe you were in your feelings, in your emotions, maybe upset about something, confused or distraught to the point where it created a situation, maybe an argument, a disagreement, or a small spat with someone. This could be in your relationship romantically. This could be amongst family members, friends, something at work. And so that's why they're saying it's very important that you learn on working on your discernment and knowing what energy is yours and what energy is not yours. And also with that will come naturally, you will learn the ability and the benefits of learning how to transmute negative energy or transmute any energy that is distorting your view or you feel it is not resonating for you. Okay. And we're not talking about doing any manipulation to hurt anyone, but simply knowing thyself and being able to take care of your well-being, take care of you instead of, they're saying overexerting your energy, depleting yourself, because at this moment you could be experiencing a lot of spiritual dishevelment, just feeling not in place, just feeling out of balance with yourself. But you can't explain it, but it just doesn't feel normal, or nor is it comfortable for you. So it can cause and create a lot of frustration, especially when it comes to communicating with people. This may have affected you in your life in many ways and created a lot of events that could have been avoided. And I'm picking up what the events, I'm picking up a lot of disagreements or spats and arguments with people. This energy, energy is never destroyed. It simply travels from one thing to another. We are constantly, uh, you know, uh, being projected on a daily. The whole world is. Some things are in our control and some things aren't. But they want you to embrace researching, reading, studying, and learning and doing the work. And doing the work. The next card we have here is ripeness. And so, as I think of the word ripeness, and I hold this card here, this word ripeness in this card here goes well with the projection card. And so, knowing what's yours and not yours will give you a better navigation of what to react to and what not to react to. Just like being in a garden and knowing when the fruits or vegetables are ripened for the picking, knowing when they're ready to eat, knowing when they're fresh, knowing when it's time to pick them, when it's time to store them. And so basically you will gain an understanding of how to communicate effectively and not become upset so easily, knowing how to stay on your square and maintain your frame, maintain your emotions. You'll know the right time and you'll know how to pick and choose your battles. What is worth giving your energy to and what is not worth giving your energy to, okay? Okay. And so the next card we have here is courage. So they want you to have the courage collective to embark on this journey, to actually, you may be someone who doesn't like reading. There are people who don't like reading. Doesn't mean they don't know how. There are just people who don't like it, and that's okay. But they want you to have the courage to pursue this awakening, pursue this journey of knowing yourself, pursue this journey of knowing what is yours, what isn't yours. And they're also saying that you will feel a massive change in your life, that you will be so grateful that you chose to pour into yourself, that you have chosen to practice self preservation and learn about how to cleanse your energy as well, how to practice spiritual hygiene. And they're telling me to tell you to do the research. You can watch as many videos, quick fixing videos, but in order for you to have a better understanding of what you're learning, they want you to do the research because you'll have a more potent respect and quality about how you're going to move forward. More potent respect for yourself and your path of learning and growing. Basically, the knowledge that you will obtain will have more tenacity and will be more efficient when you do the work and apply it yourself versus listening to someone name or tell you some things to do, because what's good for one person may not be good for you, collective. But once again, you may have been experiencing a lot of disagreements and small arguments, possibly arguments leading to confrontation. This is energy that is being projected onto you. When I say projected, this does not mean that someone is standing over a cauldron doing a ritual or lighting a candle or trying to throw something. There are some people who are aware of that they are projecting. There are many who are not aware. So you have to be careful with assuming or being a reactionary, Oh, they're projecting energy at me. Oh, let me go and do a ritual and throw something back. No, 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 no. And so that's why I'm being told to repeat that they want you to do the research. It looks like once you began to do the research and accept the spiritual nudge that you're being given, confirmation, not a coincidence, through this reading, that one thing will pivot you in another direction. It's going to take like a domino effect in your life. You may learn about meditation, which may lead you to learning about herbs, different herbs. You may go from the herbs to learning about different ways to transmute energy. Okay, so it will create slowly but surely. And they're saying be patient with yourself. There's no need to rush. It will create a domino effect in a positive way in your life. Okay. And so it's okay to be inspired. It's okay to be encouraged. It's okay to even listen and accept advice from other people. But they're saying make it your own path. You can be inspired and influenced, but make sure you're doing your own research and you're not taking everything for face value. And be careful with assuming someone is projecting something on you intentionally, because sometimes there are a large portion of people who are unaware that they are projecting. And a lot of those people are people who don't even believe in energy. These are the people, not all, but some of them will say to you, "What are you talking about? What do you mean? There's no such thing. That's not true. I don't believe in that. That's the devil's work. Where do you get that from? That's evil." So that's someone who has a different mindset, and you're not put here to convince anyone. You could just be an example just by how you live your life. And so you're not put here to convince anyone, and you're not put here to get into any debate with anyone. And so it's time for you to firmly establish yourself, collective. This is so perfect. The next card is exhaustion. And so you may have been feeling exhausted, as I said, feeling distorted, your view being distorted, feeling tired. Maybe you wake up in a good mood and all of a sudden you're sad about something, or you're anxious. That's not your energy. You can pick up different energies and frequencies just from being in the wrong environment. Well, I'm not going to even say the wrong, just in a different environment, okay, that you are unaware of, or what takes place there, or what kind of energy is harvested. There are people who have energy attachments that are unaware that they even have it attached to them. Okay, and at the same time, if you were to inform them, they would argue with you, and that's why you're not here to prove a point. Make sure you don't find yourself getting into debates with people. It will be a waste of your time and it will deplete you. They want you to focus on yourself and you going on a spiritual path of knowing thyself. And the things that you learn, a lot of these things will be confidential. And everything is not for you to share, that's for someone. But you do not have to debate with anyone. You may have been wondering for a lot of years of why is it that you have maybe a lot of confrontations, a lot of disagreements with people, even people who do not know you, who are unfamiliar with you, total strangers. You may be that person, collective, who's you're the new person on a job, and it seems like everyone is mean mugging you or maybe being cruel towards you. That's not your energy. It's just projection, other energy that latches onto your aura. And because that you're unaware of it, that means you're unable, or not unable, you're not doing the spiritual hygiene, which means that it's just the momentum, and it creates more and more friction in your life when it comes to uh, relationships, communication, how you interact with people, how you feel. Okay, so it's very important to, you don't have to be spooked out or be afraid of going anywhere or living your life. That's not what this reading is about. But that's why it's important for you to know thyself and work on you. Don't spend your time trying to, see, you need to take spiritual bath. No, 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 no. You make sure you take yours and let people do what they're going to do. You're going to learn how to maintain your own personal spiritual hygiene. Therefore, you won't have to go around pointing and telling people what to do. People will come to their own awakening in their own timing. is right for them, and that's between them and the divine. Everyone will not cross the street at 12 noon. Some is going to wait till 11:45. Some people might wait till 2 p.m., and that's okay. No two planes will take off at the same time. It wouldn't be safe, nor would it be wise. And so you must allow that. If someone wants to learn from you, you will know it. If it's time for you to teach, you will know it. It will arrive in your life if that's part of your journey. That's for someone who needs to hear that. So they want you to focus on you, pour into you, and once again, a lot of things that you'll be learning, you should keep confidential anyway. Okay, it's going to create an enthusiasm, a form of enthusiasm inside of you, and excitement. You'll be very passionate as you move forward and learn. You will feel a change in your aura, in your energetic field, how you feel, especially emotionally. You will find ways to feel more grounded and to maintain it. And it is very simple. And here it goes again. It could all be so simple, but you rather make it hard. That song, that song comes up in the read a lot. But yeah, it's very simple. So you don't have to be all in your head, but take time. You don't have to rush, okay? Because one thing is going to lead you to another. Make it your own. You're going to learn and grow in your own way. You're going to blossom into your own beautiful lotus. That's for somebody, okay? In your own timing. So you don't have to compare or wonder why, you may find out even more about your gifts. Why is it that so and so has these gifts and I don't? Or why? No, 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 no. That's not what this is about. This is about you knowing yourself and taking one beat at a time, one day at a time. This is not a path about competition. This is not about competing. This is not being on the spiritual path saying, I'm better than you. Look at me. No, we all are individually, uniquely, divinely created, and we have our own missions and paths, and no two humans are alike. So you can't compete, but you can't compare. You can't compare, you can't, or compete, because you can't compare. I think I said that right. Okay. It's all about you changing the conditioning, of your life, of your circumstances, of your well being, of your present as well as your future. But they want you to stay present, you know, and trust and know, you know, uh, that this energy that you have been experiencing is not yours. You are not loved any less. You are supported. You are protected. This is just a spiritual nudge for you to go on an awakening. Okay, it looks like a judgment is being called. So there is no mistake about your emotions that you are feeling. This was to intrigue you into the right direction. Okay? And we have politics here. They don't want you to be fooled or mesmerized by the things that you see and hear outside of you, that you may hear or see on the television, the different conversations that people have. It doesn't mean to stop talking to people, but no longer will you be distracted, or having your view distorted, from being bombarded and having the projection of different things such as politics that may be keeping you busy, so busy that you're unable to focus on yourself. There's no need for you to be in fear of anything. There's no need for you to be anxious or afraid. There will always be something out of your control, but it's best for you to focus on what you can control, and that is you, collective. There will always be something, surfacing in the air. You may hear in conversations, whether it's on social media, the television, Facebook, bitter Twitter, wherever you may hear information. There will always be something that you're not in agreement with, and they want you not to focus. They don't want you hyper focus on these things outside of you, because it's taking you away. It's like drawing a wedge between you actually taking action of knowing yourself, and pouring into you. And as you go on this path and mission, you will start to disconnect and allow a lot of things you will no longer be overly concerned with. You will not uh, misappropriate your energy towards these things. You won't be so hyper focused because you hear an announcement and start to go panic shop and maybe buy all the tissue and paper towel. LOL. Okay? So you'll learn to stay calm and be still. There are times to roam and there are times to be still. But there's always more than what meets the two eyes. And so going on this mission and this path will assist you with knowing that. And so they want you to have the courage, this card courage here, and be brave. And you will see, be persistent and consistent with the process and with your mission. And you may see some things as you're doing your research, as you're learning, as you're making changes in your life, small changes. As I said, everything isn't for everyone. You may choose to be vegan. You may choose not to be vegan. And that's okay. Okay. Whatever you choose is for you. Okay. On your path or your mission, you may see, how can I say this? You may see some kind of message somewhere, collective. Be aware. You may see a message that is synchronizing with something you are studying or practicing or learning about. Something you are learning. Okay, you may see a message and it may, be symbolic or synchronized with something you're learning about. And it may be a fear message. It may be a message to tell you, oh no, don't do that or this is going to happen. And you may even see a person express their emotions. Okay. This is for somebody. Be mindful of letting those kind of things distract you or scare you. I don't like using those low vibrational words. It's just illusional language, those words. It's just a word play. Do not allow those things to scare you or distract you. Stay focused and stay on your journey. You will be tested, but most often, there's an energy that will try to attack your root chakra as well as your sacrum and that solar plexus and that heart chakra. You know, be mindful of listening to these messages regarding things you are studying and learning about and having it allow you or force you to say, oh, I'm going to leave that alone. They said this and they said that. No, 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 no. People are only speaking from their experience. They're just giving their opinion, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you have to do the work yourself to gain your own understanding and understanding. The understanding is getting up under that thing and being able to observe it from the outside, each and every angle, each and every viewpoint. The understanding is being able to connect, for you to connect with it, spiritually speaking, so that it'll benefit you for your highest good. So no one can tell you what works for you and what doesn't. Okay? So be aware of that. Because it happens. It happens. Okay? So be brave, have courage as you go on this adventure, of learning yourself, of growing. This is a journey of prosperity. This is something for you to be grateful and thankful to accept the nudge. Be proud of yourself, okay, for walking this path. And it is a path less traveled, it is uniquely different. There will be people whom you will have to let go and let flow with the conditioning card here. The conditions of your life will change because you're going to be making changes. This means removing people, places, and things that does not serve you. Okay? As you move forward, your interests will change. Things you like to do will change. Possibly even your conversation will change. And these things I'm speaking of is positive. This is positive, high vibrational energy that you are moving towards. Okay? And so it's all about you being patient through the process. You've waited many, many moons to figure out what this is. Why is it that you feel different? Why is it that you find yourself in different arguments and spats with people whom you don't even know? You felt like people may have been coming up against you. No one is coming up against you. Those events were meant to happen because it's time for you to receive your spiritual nudge. This reading is your confirmation that a change is being prepared to take place. Okay? And just like in this card, Thunderbolt, as you see the people falling, this reminds me of the Tower energy. There will be some people whom you will have to surrender. This does not mean you have to hate them or be mean or cruel, but you will stop giving particular people access to your life. I'm speaking of those who aren't willing to allow you to be yourself confidently and wholeheartedly. Those who won't question your choice of being, your choice of life. You don't want people around you who's going to disrespect or disregard any changes that you're making in your life. Nor do you want to be someone who's so afraid to let go of these low vibrational people who won't be on your frequency. If they're in support of you, then cool. But if they're not, maybe they're trying to get you to indulge in behaviors you're not interested in, mocking you, making fun of you. You could be a parental figure. Maybe you're making changes in your home for your well-being, even for your children. It's like maybe you're gonna say, you know what, I'm gonna stop letting my child um, eat brownies, okay? But when you're not around, they're gonna give your child a brownie, okay? Like mom's not around, you can have it. If you're gonna have people around that's going to disrespect and disregard, then you're playing yourself. You will continue to feel this energy of projections of distorted. You will be putting in the work, but you will be feeling no change at all. Things will possibly even catapult to increase in your life. So you want to be mindful with allowing people to stay who don't belong, who don't have a like-minded energy, people who will continue to exhaust you. Okay? You want to be mindful of that. And another thing of asserting yourself in environments that you don't belong and allowing people who don't belong around you to stay will keep you in a constant upheaval where you're constantly having to explain and apologize. Well, what is that? What is that? Oh, I didn't mean it like that. It's just that I don't do that. No, it makes no sense as an adult to live your life like that. It makes no sense as a high vibrational being to live your life like that. Okay, you can't straddle the fence. You can't be in both. You have to make your mind up of which direction that you're going to go in. So don't play yourself because you can't fool source. You can't fool the universe. Don't play yourself. Okay, because you will witness increasing, distorted situations in your life and increasing exhaustion, and you will wonder, oh, it's getting worse. What is this? It's because you're not allowing those who need to fall, like these people are falling from the side in these cars. Let them fall to the side. If they stop calling, let them stop calling. They're supposed to, you know, honor the gift of separation. They're supposed to stop calling. It doesn't mean that they're bad people, but let spirit do what they need to do in your life. Especially if you're in prayer, you're in communication, you're meditating, you're in counsel with your spirit team. Let them do what they need to do. Don't be reaching out to karmics, to old doors that are closed. Why you ain't came by? Why you ain't called me? I ain't seen you. Let it be. And you don't have to do it with resentment. You don't have to be confrontational. You can keep your cool about it and be grateful and thankful. And when those moments or that moment happen, because you're going to experience them, you can say, ah, that's what that was. Oh, there's so much peace now. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you for the peace. Oh, that's what it is. Instead of picking up your phone and, texting people, blowing up their phone, leaving messages. No, 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 no. Let it be. Let it be collective. The next card we have here is sharing. Okay, so your spirit guides, your ancestors, have a lot of knowledge they would like to share with you. And one thing that they are sharing with you in this moment, in this read, that you are being prepared for a change. And they are encouraging you, not forcing you, encouraging you to accept the spiritual nudge that you are receiving because it is for your highest good. There is nothing evil, dark, or nefarious taking place in this message. The only intention on this channel is to create a spark in you so that you will be enlightened and find your own way and go in your own direction that is best for you. But your spirit team is encouraging you to accept the nudge, not forcing you, encouraging you. You have a choice. You have a choice. You can keep the distorted energy going on, or you can accept the enlightenment and move into abundance and prosperity, and not just in finances. Being able to communicate effectively and efficiently, being able to adapt, in different environments and be social with different kinds and types of people, having the ability to network, you know, effectively and efficiently, having the gift to be resourceful in your own lives, working on being self-efficient, working on healing, releasing toxic behaviors. I'm naming a list that is long. This is not to convey to work on all of them at once, but this is to convey to work on one at a time, one beat at a time in your own time, so that you can enjoy the bliss and the enlightenment that is part of your path. And you have free will to partake in this journey. You are not alone. You are supported and you are protected. The choice is yours. Do you desire to get rid of the frustration and the exhaustion? They're not saying life will be perfect, but you will learn how to move about and land on your feet more often than less. With integration in here, you will learn how to take all that is inside of you, around you, and integrate it for your highest good. Duality, the yin and yang, exists in all things, but you'll learn how to transmute what doesn't resonate with you and integrate what is inside and outside so that you can co-create with the universe and bring your desires into fruition. Tangible things into the 3D. And there's the song again. It could all be so simple, but they don't want you to make it hard. It's very simple. There is something you have been yearning for. There is something you've been trying to manifest, something you've been trying to create, something you're desiring to experience. And they're saying, it's here. It's here. It's here. Are you ready? We're ready. We support you. It's here. Are you ready for your breakthrough? No one is forcing you. You have a choice. What choice will you make? Do you want to see change? Do you want to see change? Do you want to, manifest the life you desire? Are you ready to experience something different? Something different means something better. New people, places, and things. Options and opportunities. Does not matter what your background is or who you are or where you live or your tax bracket. Those things do not matter. You're being informed that you are chosen to walk a particular path. That's why the experiences you have been having, they are all intentional. You have been receiving nudges throughout your life. And it's not like, oh, you're in trouble. No, they're just going to keep occurring until you acknowledge and say, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and go on this journey. I'm going to go ahead and trust the process because what I've been experiencing is not good. And I trust it and I know that there's a higher power working for me for my highest good. And all are welcome on this channel. Does not matter what your belief system is. I'm not here to battle you or tell you how to believe or what to believe in. All are always welcome on this channel. We don't debate. I'm pretty sure you're well established in who you are because I am. Okay? There's a feeling of completion that you will be able to embrace and embark on, agreeing to move forward and live and walk in your purpose of bliss, prosperity, abundance, good health, wealth, achievements, healthy relationships, business, social, maybe with your family, maybe within your home, more harmony in your life, but a sensation of you feeling completed. You will feel the difference. As I stated earlier, more than once, you will feel a change moment by moment, minute by minute, day by day, as you continue to work on yourself. Maybe you're someone who wants to work on ridding yourself of certain addictions that you may have. Maybe you want to change this about yourself. Maybe you're saying, you know what? I've turned up enough. It's time for me to do something different. Let me work on letting this go. Okay? That's just an example. That's just an example. Doesn't have to be. If you like your wine, baby, that's fine. That was just an example. Okay? It's all about maturity. Maturity. Stepping into your life. You know, your higher self, your true nature. You are the MVP. You are the most valuable player you always have been. But it is up to you. There is no one doing anything to you to distort your energy. It is up to you to go on this journey to simply learn. Sometimes in reads, I pick up that someone could be projecting energy. But in this read, I'm picking up that you're doing the best that you can. You're handling your business, you're taking care of your kids, your family, or if you're single, you're getting up, you're going to work, you're doing what you have to do as a person. But you are experiencing a multitude of just repetitive events and energy in your life. And you do want to know what it is. You've asked yourself, why is it? Why? What? Why? Here we go again. You've said it. Here we go again. And Spirit is saying, you ain't got to go at it again. We're here for you. Your ancestors are saying, you ain't got to do this again. We're here for you to walk with you. We're here for you. Lady Noble was going to do a whole different read. She didn't even know she was going to do this read. But that's how spirit works. I thought I was pulling two cards from this deck. But everything on this channel is spiritually led. I thought I was pulling two cards. Look at the tape from this deck. I'm not resisting it. Because it's better if I didn't. It's better for me to go with the flow. It's easier when you go with the flow of things. It's easier that way. When you resist and create that friction, things could be a little, not so cool. Experience it. I've been talking about things you have been experiencing, different conditionings, different events. You working hard, doing what you must do, but you find yourself having to explain or apologize. People getting angry with you, people you don't even know. It's not you. Sometimes it may be them, but you are receiving a spiritual nudge to go on a journey. So these things are occurring not to hurt you, not to harm you. It's a signal. How else do you think your spirit guides communicate with you? In awakened state, through dream state, signs and synchronicities, and through people. Through people, whether you know them or don't know them. Whether you know them or don't know them. The mind, the mind. Your mind is so powerful. But this depiction here looks like dishevelment, spiritual dishevelment. The mind is very powerful if you allow it and let it be and go on this wonderful journey. I didn't know that was going to rhyme. I just had to say that for this time. Yes. This is a beautiful read. This is very beautiful. I feel a lot of positive energy here. A lot of beautiful, peaceful, tranquil energy here. Even if you have been judged as being the rebel, maybe you've had people in your family, people that you know, judging you as being the loud one, the colorful one, the rebel, the risk taker, you know, the one likely to pull up on a Harley. Okay? Trailblazer. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You've been feeling like you're one out of the ordinary. You may have been treated like the black sheep in your family. You may have felt just very unorthodox throughout your life. So Spirit is saying, what better way than to say yes to this adventure and take this journey less traveled? What better way? You've been doing it anyway, they're saying. So this is perfect. You're the right person. You're the perfect person. You're very strong. You're very smart. And you're fully capable and able of going on this journey and being successful in your own right. You know why? Because this is a path that you make your own. You know, there is no right, there is no wrong, there is no one for you to compare yourself to because that's not what's popping. You honestly, actually, wholeheartedly, 10 toes down, make it your own. The whole process of learning and growing and expanding, you make it your own. There is no competition, there is no rush. It's a marathon. The journey is continuous. It's continuous, but it's a beautiful one to partake on. It's a beautiful one. More increasing peace in your life, more tranquil moments, more tranquil moments. Releasing that energy of being distorted, of feeling confused, of being projected onto and not knowing why. You know, maybe you went to work and you could just be having a conversation with your best friend, your work buddy, you know, and you don't know what's going on with them. No, nobody, none of us know what's going on with each other. Okay? You don't know what they've been through before they showed up at work and maybe gave you a hug or started talking to you because people can swap energy through conversation as well. It can happen. And that's not to scare you. It's just many ways, you know? And like I expressed earlier, especially if a person does not believe, you know, in different forms, different unique forms of spirituality or learning about energy, If they don't believe, oh, they really, you don't know what's attached to them. And this doesn't mean you have to be paranoid. This just means for you to stay calm and just work on yourself. You will feel the change and be persistent. It's time for you to grow and know beyond the illusion. As I hold this card, let's go back to when I told you to be mindful of while you are studying and researching and learning about yourself, learning and growing within thyself. You may see some information that synchronize with what you are learning, and the message or the person conveying the message may be emotionally distraught, they may be crying, they may be upset, they may be looking like they're in fear. Do not, remember I told you this, because you're going to see it. This could be on social media. This could be you overhearing a conversation saying something's negative, that's evil. You better not touch that. You shouldn't do that. This could be something such as tarot. Let me use that for example. Oh, tarot cards are evil. You should never touch them. Oh, no. Do not allow that to make you throw in the towel or give up. You will be tested. You'll receive several tests throughout your life, but they're for your highest good. And that's why they're saying for you to do the work, do the research, do the reading. Okay? Everything isn't in a book. A lot on your path will also be practical, hands on experiences. But it's up to you to tap in and do the work to consistently tap in so that you'll be aware when you are receiving a download, when you are being shown a answer for a question you asked, or you are being informed about something. It's up to you to do the work. It's up to you to do the work so that you can tap in and know and not be oblivious. Okay, so be aware. For that coming up a second time, this is really for somebody. You could be already on your mission of awakening, and you could have seen something. It's time for you to go beyond the illusions and be able to use your discernment to go beyond the illusions and not allow things to put fear in you, not allow people to get you out of alignment. They want to attack that root chakra, and they want to attack that heart chakra. You need your sacrum too. You need all of them, your solar, all of them. And it's more than just the 7 chakras. That's a whole nother video. You'll learn on your own. You'll learn that on your own. You'll see. It's different for everybody. It's different. It's different. Let me hold back. Because I can say a whole lot. Let me hold back. I don't want this reading to be like goulash. Have here past lives. Past lives. You may be concerned about who you were in your past life. You may be concerned. You may have already done this in your past life. You may have been a high priestess in your past life. You may be coming to an understanding of this. That's why you have a interest in certain things, and you don't know why they interest you. You don't know why, but you're drawn to a lot of spiritual things. That's another spiritual nudge. When I say spiritual nudge, collectors, I'm referring to something like someone tapping you on the shoulder. Like, hey, collective. That's another nudge. That's why you're drawn to those things. That's why you take interest in things that are unorthodox or unique to you. And it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. As important as this read is, as much as I have shared with you, don't forget to maintain your balance, the yin and the yang, and don't forget to be playful. That childlike energy will also help you as well. Now, you don't have to be kiki, a doodle dollar do 24/7, depending on where you work, what your life is like. It's different for everyone. But make sure that you're maintaining your balance. Don't forget to have a good time. Don't forget to enjoy yourself. Don't forget to laugh. Don't forget to play. Don't forget to be you and be true to you. Let no one or nothing put fear into you. You do have a say so in the life that you desire. Connect to Mother Earth. Time to connect. Okay? Don't be a shaman. See how frightened they look? That's why you have to go beyond the illusion. And those people and places and things that fall to the side, allow them to. That's confirmation when people start to change or switch up on you. Those are people who don't reside. And don't forget that people also have a life of their own. The whole goal of this read is you walking in your purpose and being fulfilled. Being fulfilled, manifesting the life that you so truly desire. That thing that you daydream about, you've been hoping for, wishing for, praying for. That thing you fantasize seeing yourself do. Okay? The ball is in your court. Are you going to shoot? Give us a 3-pointer. Later.